Okay, here's our problem set. My goal today is just do a few examples with you. We have 1, 2, 3, looks like 4 pages to do here with about 10 division problems. I'm gonna do the first, say 3 together, then it's off on your own, okay? So what I really wanted to do was just go over this new 4-digit divisor or dividend multiplication. So it's divide, then check using multiplication, okay? So let's get started. Let me zoom in on this problem real quick here. Just like that. So 1,672 divided by 4. Okay, so here we go. So I start off and say this. How many times is 4? So it's division, multiply, subtraction. Those are the 3 steps to go. So how many times does 4 fit into 1 in this thousands place? Well, it really can't, right? Because 1/4 is already higher than 1. So instead of doing that, I'm going to extend my place value. I'm just going to 16. So instead of looking at just the 1, I'm going to say, well, how many times does it fit into 16? And immediately I'm like, oh, I know that one. So 4 fits into 16 4 times, right? 4, 8, 12, 16. And now I'm going to use multiplication to show that. What is 4 times 4? It's 16. And I do this subtraction to see if there's any remainders or to prove that there are none. So then I put my 0 down. There's no remainder there. So 0 is smaller than 4. I'm good. Now I'm on to my tens place. So there's my thousands and hundreds. I did those together, all right? Now I'm on to my tens place. I must take care of that place value. In order to do that, I'm going to drop down the 7, and now I have 4 fits into 7. How many times does that happen? And the answer is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract that, I get 3 left over. 3 smaller than 4, I'm still good. Do I have any more place values? Yes, I do. I've got that ones place, my 2. So I must bring this down here and match it up with my 3. Okay? So then I ask myself, how many times does 4 fit into 32? If you know your multiplication facts, you know this right away. If not, you'll have to look on your multiplication chart, count by 4s, or find some other landmark fact that you know. The answer here is 8. Fits in 8 times. There's my division. Now I check it with multiplication. 8 times 4 is 32. Or I like to say prove it with multiplication. I subtract that, I end up with 0, and that's done. Now, it also tells me to use multiplication to check. And how would I do that? Well, I take my quotient, 418, and multiply it by my divisor, 4, and see what I get. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. 4 times 4 is 16. See how these are the same? I know my answer is correct, so it checks, all right? Great, let's do the next one. The next one is 1,578 divided by 4. So 1,578 divided by 4. Okay, so start right off here. And if this helps with a piece of scrap paper, kind of going, you know, exposing the numbers each at a time, one at a time, then do it. How many times does 4 fit into 1? Again, it doesn't. So doesn't fit into 1. So I skip over it and add this one to it. How many times does 4 fit into 15? And now that works. So 4 fits into 15. Let's see, 3 times. Oh, let me change the color of my pen. 3. All right. Now I do multiplication. I prove it. 3 times 4 is 12. And then I subtract it. And I get 3. 3 is smaller than 4. I'm still good. All right. Now I need to account for my tens place, which is the 7. I need to drop that 7 down. Make it 37. So how many times is... Now it starts over again. Division. How many 4s fit in 37 without going over? Okay. The answer here is 9. Now I multiply. 9 times 4 is 36. Subtract that. To show my remainders is 1. Great. Now I took care of my thousands place and tens and hundreds place together. I took care of my tens place. Now I gotta take care of my ones place. So I'm gonna drop this 8 down and make 18. How many 4s fit into 18? That's right, there are 4. 4 times 4 is 16. I subtract, I get 2. So it looks like here I've got a remainder because there's no more numbers to bring down. My quotient is 394 with a remainder of 2. Okay? Good. Now I check it with multiplication. 394 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 9 is 36, plus 1 is 37. Carry the 3. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15. Then I add this remainder 2 to this, and I get 8751, 1,578. Yep, I know my answer is correct. It checks. All right, last one, okay, that I'm gonna do with you. Then you're gonna do the rest with a teacher or on your own, okay? So 6,948. So 6,948 divided by 2. All right, I know there's not going to be any remainders because it's an even number, and 2 isn't anything divided by 2, an even number. I'm going to have no remainders. Great. So here we go. I got, start off with my thousands place. How many times does 2 fit into 6? It does, doesn't it? I can fit 2 in there 3 times, so I say that, 3. Now I do multiplication, I prove it. 3 times 2 is 6. Subtract, I get 0. Great, my thousands place is done. Let's move on to the hundreds place. Gotta take care of that 9 somehow. So to take care of that 9, I gotta bring it down here to the bottom of my long division. And then I start over again, I'm gonna do division. How many 2's fit into 9 without going over? And the answer is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Now I show my remainder, which is 1. Great, the remainder 1. 1 is smaller than 2, wonderful. Now I move on to my tens place. Drop down my 4. Good. 2 fits into 14. How many times can I fit it in? Exactly 7, because 7 times 2 is 14. I subtract, I show 0. Great. Then 8. My ones place, drop my 8 down. How many times does 2 fit into 8? That's 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. I subtract, show 0. So my answer here is 3,474. And I can check that with multiplication, okay? So I'll do that right here. 3,474. Oops, not that. My little white out on that. There. And I multiply that by the 2. See what I end up with. Two times 4 is 8. 2 times 7 is 14. Put down the 4, carry the 1. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. And then 2 times 3 is 6. So 6,948, 6,948, those match up. I am good to go. Check. All right, now it's your turn. I know in my class, I'm gonna have kids kind of go off and do stuff on their own. I'm gonna have a few kids work with me, and we're gonna get this. We're gonna understand it, and we're gonna be good at it, all right? There's no other choice. That's what we're going to do. Take a look back at your work so far. Are you proud of what you've done? Does everything look nice and straight, or is your math going across the page diagonally? You know, make sure it looks nice, okay? So you have the rest to do here. Have fun, and make sure you give maximum effort. We will see you not tomorrow, but on Wednesday, okay? Or no, tomorrow is Wednesday, no, on Thursday. All right, we'll see you then, kids. Have a good day.